There was once a man who seemed to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. Each day, he walked a lonely path with a heavy sack full of stones. His steps were slow, his head hung low, and the road ahead seemed endless. Every time he doubted himself, every time fear or regret crossed his mind, he picked up a stone and added it to his sack. What if I'm not good enough? He thought. Another stone. Why did I fail yesterday? Another stone. His load grew heavier with every worry. One day the man approached a steep hill he struggled to climb, his legs trembling under the weight. His breath was ragged, and sweat dripped down his face. Finally, he collapsed, unable to take another step. He sat on the dusty path, defeated, staring at his burden. As he sat there, an old man appeared on the path. With kind eyes and a gentle smile, he asked, "Why do you carry all these stones?" The younger man replied, "They remind me of my failures and fears. I can't let go of them." The old man nodded thoughtfully and said, "Perhaps it's time to try." The old man bent down and took a stone from the sack. He walked to a nearby river and threw it into the water. Ripples spread across the surface as the stone disappeared. The younger man felt a strange lightness. "Try it," the old man said. The man hesitated, then took another stone and threw it into the river. For the first time in years, he smiled. From that day, the man made a decision. As he walked, he began to throw away one stone at a time. "My past doesn't define me," he said, tossing a stone. "My fears don't control me," he added, throwing another. Slowly, the sack became lighter and his steps quicker. Eventually, his sack was nearly empty. He stood tall, breathing in the fresh air and looking at the bright sky above him. For the first time, he felt free. The weight that had held him down for so long was finally gone. With his own burden lifted, the man noticed others on the path, struggling under their own heavy sacks. He stopped to help a traveler. Together they removed a stone, and the traveler smiled with relief. The man realized his journey wasn't just about letting go. It was also about helping others find their freedom. One day, the man reached the summit of a great mountain. He stood at the peak, gazing at the golden sunrise spreading over endless valleys. His heart swelled with pride and gratitude. He had conquered not just the mountain, but himself. Looking back, he saw the path he had traveled, scattered with the stones he had left behind. Each stone marked a moment of release, a step closer to freedom. And he knew, the weight we carry is often of our own making. Letting go is the first step toward a lighter, brighter future. And so I ask you, what stones are you carrying today? Perhaps it's time to let them go. Walk lighter. Walk freer. Your journey starts now.